Good morning, everybody. Hi, my name is Sedaria August. I am an integrative wellness practitioner here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, on the Cultivated Roots Wellness Salon, and I'm just coming today. I haven't done a live in a minute. Still working, trying to really come up with a good way of how to do it, handling the responsibilities of the salon and helping our clients, and also moving up to the next new level of my doctorate, getting ready to enter into dissertation. So we're really trying to work in a schedule that works well, be able to still help clients the way we want to see the clients, and be very effective in meeting their needs, and also getting out of school, because this has been a long process for me. I enrolled in my doctorate program in 2019. And you know what? Let's get real. I'm 49 years old. I'm tired of school. I'm tired. I love learning. I love learning. I love being able to help my clients. I love being able to learn information to really get into those really difficult to problems of trying to find out why our clients are losing their hair and how we can help them grow their hair back. But I'm here, and hopefully I'll be able to get some more time to come in and do more lives with you. So listen, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Ozempic. Let's talk about the magic pill that people are learning or finding in a shot to help them lose their weight. There are people out there who are losing lots of weight, and they're losing it fast. And let's be real. We coming into the summertime, right? We trying to be right and tight for the summer nights, right? And you want to lose the weight, but you don't want to lose your hair. And I think that is some of the things that people really need to think about when we talk about hair loss, right? So if you look at what's going on, if you take an opportunity and you looked up things about Ozempic, and it doesn't have a connection with hair loss, the first thing you're going to find out is going to tell you no. They're going to tell you no. I'm going to let you know why they're going to tell you no, it doesn't cause hair loss. When we think about relationships with medications and hair loss, we look at them from a direct point of view and a indirect point of view. And when we talk about indirect, we mean some causal things that might influence hair loss. But what you're going to find out when you look at the symptoms for Ozempic, you're going to look at things that give you a direct cause of a side effect. So, a lot of people complaining about either diarrhea, nausea, dizziness. Got some people really complaining about some major issues with their digestive system, because the whole thing about how the Ozempic works is that, in a nutshell, is that it causes the food in your stomach to stay there longer, right? So if your food is not leaving out of the stomach at its normal rate, it stays there longer. You stay full longer. You have that full feeling of being full. Now, you're not. Best way for me to describe it is almost like a medicated gastric bypass. It makes you feel like your stomach is smaller. So if your stomach is smaller, you feel like it's already filled to capacity, you're not going to eat much. You're not going to eat much. Therefore, your calorie restriction is tight. And because your calorie restrictions are tight, you're going to start losing weight, right? So this is where we need to come into when we start thinking about Ozempic and its relationship to hair loss, okay? So when we say a direct relationship, the medication is not going to cause your hair to go into a shortened anagen phase. Your anagen phase is your growing phase of your hair, right? So when we think about some medications that will send your hair out of an anagen phase into a telogen phase where it's starting to fall out, we start thinking about some forms of medications that treat depression. We think about some medications that treat cancers, right? They will send your hair into a shortened anagen phase to leave out and go to a telogen phase, and then your hair will loss. Ozempic does not do that. That is not the issue with that some people are experiencing. What some people are experiencing with hair loss due to Ozempic is that Your food restriction is so shortened because of the amount of food that you could eat. Your hair is not getting what it needs. I always describe your hair need for nutrition as a bank. Let's get it like really close in and focus. The quantity and quality of your hair, it depends upon your nutrition. Okay, so anytime something is affecting your nutrition on a adverse situation, you might end up with hair loss. So since your hair depends on the quality and quality of your hair depends upon your nutrition, you have to have a good nutrition base. If you're not eating because you're feeling full, the first issue come into play is how many calories, right? Now, when you think about the banking of your hair, the banking of your hair, the best way to put it, we all have checkings and savings account. And I've talked about this before. I remember a point in time in my life, the checking was enough, right? Have you ever been there? Have you ever been in a situation in your life that the checking is just what it's going to be this month or next month or the month after that? I'm just clearing enough to make sure that my basic needs are covered. My lights are on, my car note is paid, there's food on the table. I got some place to stay. We're not putting any money into the savings part where we got some extra splurging, right? I'm not going on no vacations. I'm not buying any purses. We don't have that. That's the best way for you to look at it when it comes to your hair. Okay, that's the best way to look at it for your hair. Your hair is not essential. Your hair is not clothing. Your hair is not your housing. It's not your electrical. There's none of that, right? Your body does not consider it. Everything your body needs to survive is what's going to come out your checking account. Your heart rate, blood circulating, your breathing, you're moving around, doing all those things that you do on a normal day basis. That's checking. That's checking. Your hair is savings account, which means that you have to be able to give your body what it needs to survive on a daily basis and give some excess to your savings account so that your hair will grow and it'll grow, how you normally do, your length, your diameter, all that, right? So the problem with Ozempic comes in that are you getting the nutrients necessary for you to grow your hair? That's the key thing we have to be able to look at. Are you getting the nutrients necessary to grow your hair? And I think that's where a lot of people might be coming into the issue. So some of those people who may be experiencing hair loss are dealing with the fact that you're not getting the nutrients you need because you are full. You're full. If you ever think about it, the feeling of Ozempic making you feel full, you would think 1,500 calories is nothing. But for some people who's on this medication, 1,500 calories is a lot. You're not getting that in because you just can't. Even if you try to force it in, you might feel nauseous, right? So what are you doing to get those nutrients? So I think for those who are on this medication, this is a good opportunity for you to really think about the intentionality of eating, of understanding that food can be tasty, but it's also a means of survival, right? It's a means of survival. It can also be a means of medication of giving your body what it needs to be able to live a vital life. So you're going to have to become intentional. What is the one thing you're really going to have to become intentional with when it comes to having such a restricted calorie rate is your protein. Protein is necessary. You're going to have to get intentional about the protein that you place into your diet. You want to keep your hair on your head, you're going to have to be intentional about protein in your diet. Your hair is made predominantly of protein. Okay. That's why you might see some people's hair diameter. Your hair diameter is set by genetics. But if you're not getting what is necessary for food intake, you might see thinning of hair. But when you start getting the proper amount of proteins in your diet, you might start seeing the diameter thicken. It's thickening because you're getting the right amount of protein in your diet. And what is the right amount of protein for your diet? We do this by energy needs. And the calculation for your energy needs is 0.8 times the weight you are. It gives you the amount of protein you need in your diet. For those who are trying to lose weight, is 0.8 times the goal weight that you want to be. 0.8 times the goal weight you want to be. That is your minimum amount of protein you need for your body to be able to survive, and you need to get it in. So how are you going to do that? Might do a plant-based protein, put in your shakes. You got to be really keen on putting in the right amount intake of clean, lean protein. Okay. For some people who are experiencing issues with their digestion, doing Ozempic, smoothies are good with the protein powder, or soft for animal-based products such as fish. You got to get your protein in. Not only do you need to get your protein in, you really got to be on it about having a good multivitamin. You have to have a good multivitamin, especially when you're dieting. I don't want to say go directly to a hair growth vitamin, because it's the issue. You need all your essential vitamins in order to be able to grow your hair. Vitamins play either an indirect or a direct role in the ability for your hair to grow. Okay, so you might look at vitamins like zinc, selenium, vitamin D, vitamin A's. All those have direct relationships to hair. But if you look at other vitamins, they play a role in either being precursors or necessary for the development of hormones that can affect your hair growth. They have the ability to lengthen your anagen phase, as your growing phase of your hair. So you really want to be able to get a good multivitamin that plays a role in your body system. Now, if you're already having hair issues and you want to add on to a hair vitamin, I'm always very cautious about just adding on extra vitamins, because remember, vitamins only work when it's in a deficient level. Okay, vitamins only work if they're in a deficient level for your hair. And just as we don't want to have our vitamins in a deficient level, you don't want them in a toxic level either. That's why I always get our clients to do testing to see what their levels are in their nutrients before we go and start prescribing specific nutrients for them. But overall, a good multivitamin, a good methylated multivitamin is good, something that your body can easily absorb. Now, let's talk about two things about vitamins and absorption before we go any further. The best vitamins come from the foods you eat. They're easily absorbed. However, let's just go into the fact that the farming industry is not giving us the same quality of foods with the same foods with the quality of nutrients that it did in the past because of their farming practices. So vitamins are still supplements are still needed. Now, I had to do a course on this in class. One doctor did say that anything under 1,300 calories can cause your hair to go into a telogen phase. Anything under 1,300 calories. Everybody is different, okay? Everybody is different. That is a good place to be, not to go under 1,300 calories. But in my research, what I'm finding out is, again, you have to be very intentional about the quality of food that you're providing in your diet. You do need calories. Calories are energy for your body, and your hair needs that energy also. It's basically just going to get it from the carbohydrates from your diet. So you want to get high, dense, good carbohydrates. We're not talking about the chips, the breads, or anything, but we're talking about those carbohydrates you get from like yams, high dense food, broccoli, those kind of things is where you want to get your carbohydrates from, because your hair cells are dividing at a rate faster than your bone marrow. So if there's a lot of stuff going on in there to get that hair, we just see it, but there's a lot of things going on in energy that's being used up for that. So You want to be able to give it what it needs. So even though you want to be able to be sure that you have your protein and your nutrients, try your best not to let that diet go under 1,300 calories. How do you do that when your stomach is full and you don't want to be sick? Again, try some smoothies. Try putting your protein powders in there. Try eating softer foods. Um, if you have any questions beyond this, because I don't like to get into all this early, but if you're having issues with your digestion, what do you need to do to keep your digestion moving? Because I hear some people are really getting bagged up, right? Some people are really getting bagged up. So if you have questions on that, DM me. I'll give you some information to help you with that. But overall, what I really wanted to come in here today is to just get you clear on the fact that if you or somebody you know is on Ozempic and they are experiencing some hair loss, it's not the drug necessarily itself. What's going on is your calorie deficit may be too low because you're not eating enough food, because your stomach is doing, because the medicine is doing what it's supposed to do, causing your stomach to stay fuller longer. So if you're not eating the amount of calories you need, you're already at a deficit. And if you're at a deficit of your calories, there is a chance that you're not getting the proteins that you need also. So, and also get a good, if you're deficit in your calories and your protein, chances are you also deficit in the essential nutrients that you need for hair growth. Overall, best two things I could tell you to get if you're taking this and you don't want to lose your hair, the best two things I could tell you to do is get a protein powder, whether it's a whey powder from milk or it's a plant-based protein powder to put into your smoothies. Also, let me see, I have over here. Also, they got good nutritional supports. They have some protein in it, but also has all of your essential vitamins in it also. That is also good because sometimes when you're full, you don't want to just keep putting stuff in, right? You don't want to get nauseous and sick. So you want to get some products that can do double duty, protein and all your nutritional vitamins and nutrients that you need. The one that I have up here, and I'll put some information about that up on later. This one also has in it your protein, your essential vitamins, and also nutrients to help you with your normal everyday detoxification. You want to take this opportunity to keep your liver, which is the throne of your detoxification process in your body, working in optimal condition. There's so much going on with your body. But the key to understanding is your body needs the necessary foods and nutrients in order to work optimally. So what are your takeaways from here? Get your protein, get your protein, get your protein, get it, okay? You don't want your hair falling out from lack of protein. Get that in, get you a very good, high quality, easy to absorb multivitamin. Because this is key. If I want to just add this in because this came to my mind, if you or somebody that you know in your family already has a genetic form of hair loss, female pattern hair loss, androgenetic hair loss, sometimes telogen effluvium can trigger early manifestations of those hair loss. So you want to keep your body as balanced as possible. Okay, this is the key. Eat with intention. Eat with intention. Remember what we said about the amount of protein that you need. Look at your weight multiplied by 0.8 will give you the amount of protein you need in your diet. You want to lose weight, look at the your goal weight times 0.8 to find out the minimum amount of protein you need. Stay within that. Stay in those areas, getting your protein, get your vitamins, and all should be well. All should be well. But if you have any other questions or answers or need answers to, I am always available. you can schedule a 15-minute chat with me, and we can talk about what's going on with your hair and your hair needs. If you know anybody else who has any issues, you can let them know. Free 15-minute complimentary chat so we can go over information about where you are and where you need to be with your hair. Also, check out the links in the bio. We have connections to good, high quality supplements also. So that's why I just want to come to you today and talk to you. So hopefully we'll do this a little bit more often. Hopefully I will be able to get a schedule together that allows me to continue to progress my way up out of school and be able to continue to come and inform and educate you. So once again, my name is Sedaria August. I am an integrative health practitioner and trichologist at Cultivated Roots Wellness Salon, where we specialize in all things hair loss, whether it's helping you grow back your own hair or hair replacement. So if you have anybody who has any needs within that, please let them know. They are free to contact us. We are here first and foremost to educate, to provide information, to help clients and people to be able to make very good choices about what is out there and what works best for them. So I hope you have a wonderful day. So we're out to the salon now to get ready to help some people out. And I'm hoping that wherever you go, you will be a good steward today of your time, your love, and your energy. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.